complex mortgage world, finding the right direction can be challenging. That's where Lighthouse Advisors comes in. With over 25 years of experience, we provide fractional leadership and executive oversight, guiding companies through transitions, growth, and innovation. From IMBs to brokers to credit unions to tech firms, our team of seasoned professionals is here to shine a light on solutions, ensuring your business thrives in every environment. At Lighthouse Advisors, we don't just guide, we empower. Together, let's create a ripple of success across the industry. Email us today at laura@lighthouseadvisors.com. Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Illuminating Solutions, the podcast where we shine a light on the challenges and opportunities facing the mortgage industry today. And we offer real solutions to help you grow and thrive. I'm your host, Laura Brandeo, CEO of Lighthouse Advisors. And at Lighthouse Advisors, we're all about filling gaps, solving problems, and delivering executive level expertise to help you take your business to the next level. So if you're ready to shine a light on what's holding you back and discover new ways to move forward, you've come to the right place. And today you are in for a special treat because we have the amazing Stacey Jordan. She is the head of reverse mortgage initiatives at Lighthouse Advisors, and she's going to share why this is important to your organization and your strategic planning. Stacey, thank you so much for joining us today, and I can't wait to dive into this. Now, your journey in mortgage lending started back when you bought your first home at the age of 23. Now, what I'd like to start off with is how did that early experience shape your passion for real estate and set the foundation for your long-term strategy in wealth building?
Well, Laura, at the age of 23, I began looking for my first apartment and quickly realized I did not want to rent. And I truly wanted to own my own real estate and saw that as an opportunity to begin, my financial independence. That was important to me at age 23. And so then at age 25, 2 years later, I had an opportunity to flip a home. And I did that. I did that successfully. And between my first primary home purchase and my first investment flip, those two experiences were transformative and gave me firsthand experience and understanding how real estate can be a powerful wealth building tool. And that initial success sparked my passion for real estate investing, and then it led me into the mortgage lending industry. I think everyone has a story on how they stumbled into mortgage lending, and so that's my story. And it was through those two purchase transactions that I met a local mortgage broker who encouraged me to quit my corporate job and dive into mortgage lending. And so over time I have been building my mortgage lending career for the past 25 years in conjunction with real estate development.
I love that. I love that entry point. And it really is life-changing. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to jump into the reverse side. So you've been a certified reverse mortgage specialist since 2010. You've
Yes.
dedicated a lot of time in helping seniors, leverage their home equity.
Mm-hmm.
How has this and how can this, specializing in the reverse space, how is this transformative from an organizational standpoint, from an origination standpoint, and from a mindset and emotional standpoint? Because it really is so different than working on the forward side, right? And I really need to also know, listen, this is all about how can Lighthouse Advisors help your organization, to the people that are listening to this. So I want to know, how has it changed you, and why should this be important to the people that are listening right now?
Mhm. Well, I'm going to start by answering that with a few statistics, Laura.
Yes.
Um, and I'll share with you some recent statistics that I think are profound. For over 58% of seniors over the age of 65 own their home free and clear. And staying in a familiar environment is important to seniors' emotional well-being. That's a fact. 90% of homeowners lack proper modifications to age in place. Yet if you talk to seniors and you look at our aging demographics, over 80% of older adults feel safer in their homes and they are looking to stay and age in place. And so there is a real need to serve this demographic and our aging adults and helping them leverage the equity that they've worked so hard their entire life to build. And now they've reached this age where their income is restricted and maybe they have investments and they're not necessarily desperate, because that's one of the many misconceptions, but maybe they have investment accounts they cannot touch, and they're sitting on tremendous amount of equity. And so seniors need our help in gaining access to this product to either help leverage their assets or utilize their equity, especially when they're potentially in a situation where their income is restricted and they may not qualify for a forward mortgage. So,
So I have to tell you, it was probably around that same time, that 2010, maybe 2012, I can recall trying to open up a reverse mortgage division at the company that I ran and owned at the time.
okay.
We had all the best plans. We hired someone to come in that had the expertise, because we did not. We had no expertise. And it did not end the way that we expected. We
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do it. We understood the importance. So, Stacey, I'd actually love for you to take us through, how do you do it successfully? What are some of the important things that, if I'm an organization that realizes, number one, the opportunity, yes, it's an opportunity, but it's also an obligation. It's an obligation
Yes.
to our senior community, and it is so important, but yet it's scary because, the same
Mhm.
as me, I didn't have that expertise. I didn't know what I didn't know. So,
Right.
what advice do you have to the people listening right now that are like, wow, that sounds really great and I'd love to do it, but I don't know what I don't know? How do you get to that conclusion? What's that foundational thing, and how do you get them through the process to have a successful rollout within their companies?
I think when you're talking about reverse mortgages, again, you have to remember this is a protected class. And so, in helping organizations build out their reverse mortgage products or a division, whether that's from the ground up or growing something that exists, you have to lead with education and transparency first and foremost. You have to recognize that this is a different process. It's not a typical mortgage product. It really is much bigger than just a product. You are working with a demographic that requires tremendous patience. And not necessarily that sales cycles are longer. It's just that you need to be understanding that the process in obtaining a reverse mortgage can start out with a lot of steps in the beginning. So you have to, as an organization, be prepared for that. I also think that there is a deep responsibility to ensure that your sales staff is well educated and certified to work with seniors and truly understands the needs and isn't just out trying to close a loan, because that's almost as counterintuitive or productive as it might sound. Our goal would be to help grow reverse and close more loans, right? Your focus really has to be helping others, and you really need to lead with that first and foremost.
I love that. And so what I'm hearing is, you probably would recommend having a dedicated team that focuses on that, right? Not like rolling it out, like to your point, like a traditional product where it's like, okay, we have a new product and everyone's going to offer this. Maybe it is having a segmented, specialized team that really understands all the details and the why behind it and the process. And I know that there's a lot of upfront that happens on the reverse side. And that's the most important piece, is that setup and that all that happens. So I love that. And take us through, give us, in your experience as a consultant in this product, give me a success story, or give me an example of something where you worked with a group, a sales organization, or a team where you did see them do it the right way. What was something that they did, or something that you implemented that set them up for that success?
So one of the most profound experiences that I can point to is my time working, and this was prior to 07, 08, the mortgage crisis that we're all familiar with. But the reverse mortgage division, I was managing the forward side of the business for a particular company, and there was a separate division that got formed and for reverse mortgage, and very, very specific marketing initiatives were taking place, luncheons with seniors and partnering with financial planners, which is a big no-no today for good reason, because this is where a lot of the misconceptions and negativity came from surrounding this type of product. And so I was in office watching these practices take place. And I got involved in the business structure because I had a problem with it. It appeared unethical to me. And in thinking about the senior demographic, it was just not something, it wasn't something I could sit around and just watch take place. So fortunately, the owner of the company allowed me to get involved with the division. We revamped the entire marketing structure. We no longer partnered with financial planners. We still continued to educate seniors in our local market through luncheons and various different marketing strategies we implemented, partnering with real estate agents on the purchase product. And again, working on business to business initiatives. And we revamped the entire structure of that division. And we ended up growing it by 40% within 2 years. And not only was that profound from a growth standpoint, the company was very happy with those the numbers, right? Statistically speaking, they were happy with the growth. We were serving our community, and we were serving the senior demographic in a more positive way, and really making a difference.
Wow, I love that. And thank you for sharing that. And it really does. I don't know, I can't speak for the audience listening to this, but I know as you were speaking, my mind was kind of thinking of, okay, how can you serve, and what can you do, and how can you bring that awareness and that education? And again, this product is serving. And honestly, I personally believe every organization should be doing this. Everyone should be providing this. This is not something where it's like, oh, we don't offer that. Everyone should offer that. So if you are not, this is something that we encourage you to reach out to Lighthouse Advisors and work with Stacey to allow us to put that path forward, kind of tell you what you need to do, how to create those workflows, how to put together your marketing strategy, how to make sure you're compliant, making sure that everything is done properly so that you're set up for success and your teams are set up for success. So Stacey, this has been great. I know it's certainly enlightened me and given me so many things to think about. And for everyone listening out there, reach out, discovery@lighthouseadvisors.com. We will set you up with a meeting with Stacey to be able to scope out the size of your project and what you're looking to do so that we can come in and hold your hand and guide you into that success. Stacey, thank you so much for sharing all of your insights and your expertise with us today. And for everyone out there, keep listening for more illuminations. Have a great day, everyone.